Although since everything is in Chinese, it's hard to understand precisely what is being said, so we're imagining a bit. They then change the block to what appears to be a much harder stone, and also with a surface that is rougher and not completely flat. Obviously, by having this rougher surface, there is a greater likelihood that the impact will increase in its pressure, and this may actually damage the screen. However, once more they opened it and closed it with the screen facing up and down. Surprisingly, the device still didn't take any damage. This is quite unexpected to me, especially since we're dealing with a foldable display. We usually think that foldable screens are very fragile, yet it seems that this Huawei device is holding up impressively well. So this user decided to push the testing even further, given that the device had performed so well so far. And now they proceeded to throw this device from what is practically head distance and once more over wood, marble, and what seems to be concrete or some kind of slightly harder stone. Remarkably, the device emerged unscathed after each of these drops. So they decided to push this machine to its full limit and to the maximum height they could achieve. Once again, they repeated the test on wood, on marble, and on stone. Impressively, it continued to hold up quite well, even when they dropped it from that maximum height onto the stone surface. You can actually see how the device falls, and it somehow unfolds upon rebounding. To illustrate the intensity of this fall, keep in mind that it was also thrown upside down, and surprisingly, it still functions. Honestly, I was extremely surprised by the level of resistance this device possesses. This user even starts unfolding and folding the device, and everything appears to work properly, which, I must emphasize, is truly spectacular. Additionally, it demonstrates how the camera module has several scratches and marks, yet it doesn't actually shatter or crack the glass that protects these cameras. After it successfully went through all these tests, they switched the block to one that seems to be a much tougher rock and began dropping the device from various heights once more. From a moderate height, it withstood the impact quite well, and when unfolded again, it continued to resist damage on the inside. They then raised the machine back up to head height for further testing. On the hardest rock, the device eventually displayed some white lines across the screen when unfolded. Interestingly, the touchpad regained its responsiveness, although the screen still showed those unpleasant white or green lines. Despite being responsive to touches, the lines remained quite bothersome. After experiencing all these crashes, he folded and unfolded the device multiple times. That's when the screen finally gave in and began to display numerous dead zones which appeared as several spots on the screen.